So the VanEck Treasury Fund, as you mentioned, is VanEck's first foray into what we're kind of calling the tokenization race. You are seeing many more asset managers moving into the space, wanting to have tokenized offerings. And we're really proud to have partnered with VanEck on this product. The fund is launching today across 4 blockchains. It's launching on Avalanche, BNB Chain, which is a new chain in the securitized ecosystem, Ethereum, and Solana. And really, we've seen explosive growth around tokenized treasuries over the last year. But I think this time around, with VanEck in particular, they really wanted to try and improve upon some of the features that these types of offerings could have. And so they've designed the fund to have things like instant issuance, which a lot of on-chain investors are looking for. And they've also gone with a lower minimum. Most of these chains for VBILL have $100,000 minimum. So they're looking to target maybe a little bit of a larger audience with still an institutional grade product.
You kind of led into one of the questions I had teed up for you. I wasn't sure if it was too early to ask this, but can you talk a little bit more about some of those things that you've learned from the BlackRock and the Apollo counterparts? They, have launched similar funds, and Securitized was also the partner on those. So what, with VanEck, did you learn from those projects that you were able to apply to VBILL?
Yeah, and I think this isn't even just specific to VanEck. I think it really goes across the entire tokenized security space. We're seeing more and more investors coming to these products and for different use cases and different utility. And so for a lot of investors, it really comes down to features like liquidity. They want to make sure that the funds are as liquid as possible, that if they need to redeem or move back into a stable asset, they can do so and they're not held up by order cutoff times or aren't in sync with the underlying fund's redemption capabilities or timetables. They're also still looking for really high quality assets. So treasuries are an asset that a lot of investors are gravitating towards. And as the use cases continue to unfold, they're starting to want to see these assets show up in more places. So I do think over the coming months, you are going to see assets like tokenized treasuries make their way into more of the OTC desks and even some of the crypto exchanges so that investors can begin to use these assets to collateralize their activities as opposed to only being able to use stable coins historically.
And then you, right at the top, mentioned the overall trend, and you were talking a little bit about it just now too.